Good morning, how y'all doing? What's going on? So this video gonna be about Dr. J. Julius Erving, basketball NBA legend, great player, who was asked about. I guess he did his top five, and I don't know how the order was, but anyway, some people took exception that he did not have LeBron James or Michael Jordan in it, and people got to remember this his personal opinion and who he played against and what he saw. This man grew up seeing Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar prime and peak. And then he played against Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. And, he's seen guys in different eras. You're entitled to however you want to reflect on that. There is no one thing to say. I think he said that he was kind of like with LeBron. He think he front runs with a lot of teams. And I've heard other people use that against LeBron, which has the validity of the way the game is today. I mean, it depends on what your criteria is. I think LeBron James is one of the greatest NBA players ever, top 10, arguably, what have you. However, guys creating stack situations, especially in the prime and their peak, it's kind of like, it's frowned upon in some. It all depends on what your circle is. As far as Michael Jordan, I think he's one of the greatest players ever, as a two guard, the best that I've seen. Now, asking me if he's the greatest overall, I can't say that for a couple reasons. He is a great talent, but I've seen a lot of other great players. And it's not like he won more rings than anybody, and it wasn't like he was such a distance at rings with other people. To me, with Jordan, as great a player as he is, he was even greater endorser of the game. I don't think there'll be another athlete that will come along that will out-endorse him. The only person I've seen in the last 25, 30 years you could say who had a chance to outdoors him is Tiger Woods. And then you make a case for LeBron James. Even though I think Serena Williams, had she gotten more respect, they could make a strong case. But Tiger's like the only one because of what golf and how much wealth is in golf and etc. But Jordan, to me, as a product ambassador, is the GOAT in all the sports because the Jumpman logo is universal. I mean, Michael Jordan's logo is like Michael Jackson's moonwalk to people, So it's an iconic status symbol. But asking me on the court, was he pound for pound the best I've seen guys that, because now I don't hold Kobe Bryant as high as Jordan, but he showed you that if you emulate somebody enough and you're in the right system, and he was coached by Phil Jackson, he played on with Shaquille O'Neal, which for me takes Kobe out of the high echelons because Shaquille O'Neal was, to me, the most dominant player, but he dominated and he was a better player during their peaks and primes together, even though they were a great duo. But still, it showed that you can, it takes somebody rare to come along that you go, oh, like Steph Curry, got a chance and how you look at it because of how he's changed the game. So it's debatable. And it's hard to say this or that. What are you basing your criteria on? What is your, what is your criteria? Is it rings? Is it team success? Is it dominance? Is it power influence? It depends on what your criteria is. And I think the guys can be said. If I could see you one of the 15 greatest players, then you could be that dude. But it's hard to really. I can pick 10 or 5 or so and say this and that, but when I look at different guys throughout their career, how they thrived, and what system. There's so many different tangibles. And nowadays you got guys who can win multiple rings. Used to be if you won one and if you won two, that would solidify you. Now they want 3 and 4 and 5. It depends on what your standards are. So, but I respect what Dr. J said. I know where he's coming from, and he's one of the greatest basketball ambassadors. And if you were to merge his ABA career with his NBA career, and hold that in the same accountability, he might be considered top 10, maybe even top 5, because what he did in the ABA, he was must-see TV. He was ahead of the curve, ABA doc. All right, that's my thoughts and takes about Dr. J. Julius Erving, his top 5 NBA players ever, and don't mention LeBron or Jordan. Some people are tummy ache about it. Get over it. Everyone has an opinion and a choice. That's their prerogative. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, or welcome thoughts and comments. Who are your top 5 players or 10 or whoever, and where do they rank? I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and you do have that choice. And it all depends on what you saw and what your reason is. Feel free. I'm out.